This would have to be one of the best. This is no joke. I've been doing flight sim for... Oh, that just makes it even better. Look at that. Hi guys, Shane here, Aus Flight Simmer. Very excited about doing this video today. Ever since I watched a YouTube video from Andre at AirDailyX, I think it was around about, I did have it written down, June the 27th. I've been sort of waiting for this to sort of come out, which wasn't so long ago, it's only a couple of weeks ago, but ActiveSky 16 has been released, and also the additional the ActiveSky cloud art. So we're going to go through our first impressions and going through and actually have a look. So today we're going to go through our first impressions of ActiveSky 16, and also we're going to have a look at ActiveSky cloud art, and then we're going to jump into prepared. So obviously the versions that I'm going through today are the prepared versions, and we're going to go through and we're going to have a quick look at the effects. So later on I'll actually do a settings video, but I just wanted to go through the screen, first impressions. Let's go up, have a quick flight and see what it's all about. I'll leave a link in the comments below of AirDailyX's interview, and also the ActiveSky sort of preview video, and you can see what all the fuss is about anyway. But this is like next generation cloud activity and environment, so it's going to be really cool. So let's get stuck into it. So I've got a printout of all the sort of features of ActiveSky 16 and the additional features and things like that. I'm just going to talk about the things that I'm really excited about. So obviously anything that ActiveSky or HiFi do, it's gonna be great. So they've done a fair few things around real-time text dynamics, so you can actually change your clouds and you can change your settings or whatever, and it will reload it in. So for some people that's going to be a big thing. To me, I'm not so really, I'm not too fast, because I like anything full realism and real time environment. But the things that I'm really excited about, obviously they've put in there that anything sort of above the horizon that they've actually gone and changed. So they've basically gone and put all new 3D cloud structures, which they've replaced them, enhanced them. Please have a look at AirDailyX's video and you'll be able to see all the details to it. But there's a lot of different variations and new cloud effects, so that's what I was actually looking for. Obviously the ActiveSky engine's been enhanced, so anything's going to be better than what it was. They've done a lot of work in sort of the high latitude areas where there were some cloud issues, so a bit of work in there. But my favorite all-time one feature, and because obviously if you've had a look at my my channel, we do a lot of VFR flying or general aviation flying, is the actual sweeping cloud effects, and it's actually showing that speed of skimming through the clouds. So that's the number one thing, is when I load up and go into prepared, that's the first thing I actually want to go and do. But this is a big change because I've got both packages, and I'm going from Rex textures to ActiveSky textures, and then obviously using the same weather engine that I have, but it new improved. So it's like Christmas Day for me, really. So we'll jump in, we'll have a look at the settings that I've set up with, or just a quick sort of navigation around the menu here, and then we'll have a look at ActiveSky cloud art, and then we'll jump in prepared and have a look. So this is the home screen here. So obviously very similar to what it has before. So obviously storms that are around, news, favorites, Mentar, sort of, obviously, it's cool to see they got the Australian one in there, so that's Sydney there. So that's home. We'll jump into weather control. I've got mine set as live, weather is active, but you can switch to historical data or you can customize it. This is sort of the mapping. I've got it sitting on where we're actually going to fly, which is NSTU, which is Pango Pango or Pago Pago. And obviously the difference is they've put a lot of work in this map. I haven't played around with it too much, but you can drag it around or whatnot, but obviously you've got your different tabs there, so nav aids, airport stations, precipitation, clouds. That's for another day we're going to have a look at, but we've got some cloud level there, and we've got some rain and some storms around, so pretty good spot for an airport for us to go and actually have a look at. So conditions, obviously this is very familiar, so you've got all your weather information just here, so flight planning, briefing, scenarios, which we won't do, and you can search as well, so I won't jump into that. If I jump into the options screen, so you've got, obviously you can change your user presets, easy mode and realism mode. So what I'm going to show you today is, because obviously this is a new engine, I've gone from sort of using Rex to having a look at cloud art. I need to play around with settings, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to look at the realism settings. So I put in realism mode. The only thing, obviously, when I went through and actually had a look, if and I'll leave a description below in my PC settings, that everything's really, it's very similar, and the settings for realism is pretty much what I had in my last video that I showed for the settings. But I'm not going to go through all my different settings, but obviously just to sort of, you can see all the different ones that they have here, which is very similar, and that's going to be for another video that we'll do over the next week. So that's sort of the menu. So obviously here you've got the X gauge. I haven't done anything about it, logs or that. Yeah, so let's quickly jump into Active Sky Cloud Art, and then we'll load up prepared and we'll get stuck and have a look. So this is obviously just first impressions, quick look, so you guys can see Active Sky and Active Sky Cloud Art. So let's get into it. So this is Active Sky Cloud Art, so ASCA. So I'm just going to bring it over to this screen. So obviously it looks a little bit confusing, but it's actually quite simple menu system once you've had a quick look. So this obviously shows the previous theme, I should say, and this has got the one that you're looking at the moment, and then the next one that's coming up. So obviously it will have down here is just your environment sort of scheme and color. It will have your low and then your high clouds basically. So what your backdrop colors are going to be, what your low clouds are going to be, what your high clouds are going to be. So that's the refreshing one, so you can see the different clouds. We've got Tempest there, and Adventure, Voyage, Aerial, Armageddon, Departure. There's a lot in there. Discovery, external, I don't even know what that is, and then full dynamics, so and global automatic. So now I'm just going to jump in where you can actually edit your theme and your different scenes. Obviously you can see I've got a tick there, so I've got theme installed, and I was having a look and I'm going, okay, I've used Rex soft clouds and all that, and I've picked my textures, but this time when I actually had a look, I've gone global automatic. So when I read this theme is global, applies weather influence textures automatic throughout the flight to provide maximum variety. So when I've just looked at that, I've gone, that's basically what I want. I want global automatic, so the weather's going to influence the textures automatically, so I get the most realism as possible. But you can go in and you can edit your theme. So you can basically go and choose your sky color there, you go and choose your type of clouds, and you can go and choose your cloud textures, and you can go and put in what sort of themes that you want. But you can go and change them here, and I can change them here, type of clouds I want, and sort of change here. I'm going to cancel changes because I'm going to have global automatic actually set up. We'll jump into settings though. and you can quickly see enable content, sky colors, cirrus cloud textures and cloud structure, and I've just put my image quality up to 32-bit sort of 2K resolution. So cancel out of here. So that's just a quick snapshot of Active Sky Cloud Art. And so guys, we're at NSTU Pango, so we're going to quickly have a look and check the weather report for Active Sky 2016. So we'll get the weather report there. So winds at 3 knots, direction is all over the shop, visibility 10 plus. This is the main one we look at. Scattered clouds at 1800 feet, broken at 4000 and overcast at 12,000. So pretty good spot to actually go and have a look at. So we'll jump out, have a look. We'll close the window. We're ready to go. We'll see how we go. Let's get stuck into it, guys. Alrighty, so we're at Pango, and we're just taking off runway 8, just trim the aircraft. So we're looking for scattered clouds at 1800, but it's sort of looking good so far. It's very overcast here. Just remember that the cloud textures I got set at 2K. Haven't really seen any loss in frames at the moment, but just want to find if I can see that whispering effect, but might have a fair bit to climb up, but so far so good for first impressions. It's got a bit of cloud layer there, and we're sitting at 3000. Not really any frame drop. I'll leave my PC specs below, guys, so you can see what I'm running. So what we might do is we'll turn back to the right, keep climbing, see if we can get some of this low cloud. Oh, let's just see that. It actually looks a bit slow, to be honest with you. But that's the whispering effect. We're going to see if we can fly through the clouds. You can see it sort of popping over, but that's obviously really cool, really different. Can't see it on the outside view, but just the cockpit view. So we'll trim the aircraft and we'll fly into the clouds. So we can get over through them so you guys can see. So it doesn't really go over the wing, more like it just goes over the top, the front of the cockpit. You can still see it having an effect there, but you can see as you're flying through the clouds you've got an effect. That's really cool. And you can see the textures. I don't know if you can see them on the video, but you can see the textures of the clouds as you're flying past. That is absolutely phenomenal. And you can really get that sense of speed. Look at that, you can just flick it through the clouds. That's just worth the purchase in itself. That is awesome. You just see that cloud movement there. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. No, I don't have my frame rates up, but you know, you can usually tell by the eye. I'm not really seeing anything. That's incredible. So keep climbing. We're at 5,000. Climbing through. Haven't been able to see the... alright, we can see some blue there, just a little bit. Oh, that is awesome. So when you're having things on like icing effects and all that sort of stuff, it really puts in to that actual realism and that extra environment that I need to have that on, because the clouds are whispering over the wings. Oh, different dimension. So we're coming through, got some cloud. Look at that whispering effect, that is phenomenal. So coming through the tops of the clouds, it really shows that speed. Coming over the wing. You just want to be in the cockpit, don't you? Clouds are not seeing any. Hopefully you guys can really see what I can see in the video from what I can see here, but that is... If I duck outside and have a look. But that is just so cool. That's one of the coolest things I've seen. The textures just flying through it. One of the coolest things I've seen in Flight Sim for a long time. We'll keep flying up through so you can see some of the high clouds. So excited to get above the clouds. Oh, it's just, you know, it just makes such a difference to sort of, let's go soup flying in England, no offense to everybody in England, but soup flying in England, trying to, you know, can't see the runway, to, you know, Canada and America. It's just, as you can see, I'm very excited. It's like Christmas Day. Sort of coming through one sort of cloud layer, and you can see the clouds still whispering over. So we're just breaking through the clouds. I've just found a different spot, but this would have to be one of the best. This is no joke. I've been doing flight sim for... Oh, that just makes it even better. Look at that. This would, like I said, this would have to be one of the best flight sim experiences, and this is just a muck around flight. And just flying through some clouds. I actually really think I'm actually flying a plane and my pilot. If you're thinking about getting this and you don't want to put up the money, just this effect alone, you've got to get it. Seriously. You need to get, this is awesome. So, since where we are at 8,000, just about to climb over the top. Should be just thinning. You can see some lower clouds, you can see some higher clouds, but I really think I'm flying a bonanza today. We're going to give above these clouds, you guys can have a look, but really, I'm not paid to say this, but it's definitely worth a purchase. Yeah, Rex can bring out something that's going to be better, but if it's not out till next week, it's definitely worth a purchase. That would be in my top 3 best flight sim experiences, and I'm glad to show you guys. So that was awesome. So we're coming over, got clouds absolutely everywhere. We've got above us, below us. But yeah, you can pick up this, and you know, it's only been out for a couple of days, but you can pick it up anywhere. It was reasonably cheap. I got an upgrade package because I already had Active Sky Next. I'm not going to go through the pricing, but do yourself a favour. I really don't think you're going to regret it. So I'll leave you there with a bit of an outside view. This is Aus Flight Simmer. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Cheers.